Most of the rain on Earth falls in one narrow band, right along the equator. That's where you get places like the Amazon rainforest, and most of the driest places on Earth sit somewhere else entirely, around 30 degrees north and south. This isn't random, it's a rule. And according to that rule, India should be a desert. But it isn't, and the reason why feeds over 1 billion people. The Earth runs on massive circulation systems, giant loops of moving air that wrap around the planet. At the equator, the sun heats the ground intensely. Warm air rises. As it rises, it cools, and that cooling air drops its moisture as rain. That's why equatorial regions are wet. Rainforests thrive there. But that air doesn't disappear. It moves outward, cools further, and eventually sinks back down, around 30 degrees north and south. And when air sinks, it dries out the land. That's why so many of the world's deserts line up almost perfectly. The Sahara Desert, the Mojave Desert, the Gobi Desert. Different continents, same latitude, same result.
Now look at India. Large parts of India sit right in this dry zone. By the planet's own climate system, this land should not receive much rain. If Earth followed its usual rules, India would look a lot more like the Sahara than farmland. And for most of the year, that's exactly what happens.
But once a year, something extraordinary happens. As summer heats up the Indian subcontinent, the land becomes hotter than the surrounding oceans, and hot land pulls air toward it. Winds reverse direction. Instead of dry air flowing outward, moist air from the Indian Ocean is dragged inland. When that moisture hits the land and the Himalayas, it has nowhere to go but up. And when air rises, it rains. This is the monsoon. It's not gentle, it's not predictable, and it doesn't last long. But during those few months, India receives the vast majority of its annual rainfall.
Floods, landslides, infrastructure damage. The monsoon causes chaos every year. And yet, without it, crops fail, reservoirs dry up, heat becomes unbearable. That's why people hate the monsoon and love it. It cools the land, it feeds the soil, it keeps the country alive.
Earth has rules, patterns that repeat again and again. India survives because once a year, the planet breaks its own. Not by chance, but by a massive seasonal reversal of the atmosphere itself. A reminder that sometimes the most important systems on Earth only work when they fail just a little.